How are you doing this fine evening? This is Stan Scrabbit from Two Barks Consulting. And one of the things that I want to talk to you about tonight was regarding your search engine optimization. So you go to all this trouble to write a blog post and you put it out there. You want people to be able to find it. Well, I've installed this tool. It's been out there for a while, but relatively new to me. And it's called Yoast SEO. So what I want to do is show you how this tool works and what it can do potentially for your blog. So without further ado, let's get on to showing you. So I'm going to share out my screen. And here we go. Sorry about that. So what I have here is I have the beginnings of a blog post. And I have Yoast SEO installed as a tool, and it will allow me to start tweaking this blog post to get the best results to increase my chances of being found in a search engine. So let me show you where that tool is. So here's where the normal blog post is. I've already started a title, and if you look, I have nothing yet I've posted, and then right below it I have this Yoast SEO tool. So this tool has a variety of parts. It starts with the tab on your keyword, and so this particular keyword I typed in SEO. So that's my focus keyword. You're going to want to do some keyword searches and try to figure out the best combination that you can in order for your post to rank the highest. So that's a whole different video that I'm going to create. But right now, this is where we're starting out. So I looked for SEO; it ranked pretty high, and so that's what I plugged in. So in the first part of this analysis, we're just going to look at just the keywords and how that plays into the SEO. So what it does is it gives you an analysis continuously, and it lets you know areas that you need to improve. So those are marked in the red dots, and they sit higher on the list. And then the green dots means that you're pretty much good to go, and they sit lower on the list. So I've done a couple things to this page. So I've included an image, and this image, as it says here, contains alt attributes with the focus keyword. So that's one of the things that you want to make sure that you do is when you post an image, and I have my keyword image over here, that you also fill in the alt tags and the title tags, and that will help you place higher. Don't just use the file name as it provided. Take some time to change those specific keywords. So it thinks that the page title has a nice length, and that the focus keyword appears in the URL for this page. Right, so it does. SEO can be found up here, and SEO is found actually in two places in the title. Right, and I have not used this focus keyword before, so it looks through all my past posts and has not found it. So that's what it's doing. But then it gives me some warnings. So the text contains 0 words, and it recommends 300. So that's one of the areas that I need to fix. And you'll see this change as I start adding content to it. So I've written the post. I wrote it over here in a Google Doc. So let me pull up this post. I'm going to copy this and then scroll on up. And I'm in a text mode, so I'm just going to paste that in there. And this is what it looks like so far. And immediately you can say the text contains 61 words. Still below the 300, but you can see that it's already made some changes. Okay. Also, if you notice, I have a few more green items that the focus keyword appears in the first paragraph of the copy. The image on this page contains alt attributes, and the rest of it. I want to bring your attention over on the right-hand side here. Under Publish, I have two little icons. One is orange for SEO. It means it's okay, but not great. And what I'm trying to do is get that to turn green. And readability still needs some improvement. So let's see what we can do. So I'm going to grab another section in here, another couple paragraphs, and paste those in there. And so this is what it looks like now. If you notice, I have a header in there that has SEO in there. I have 148 keywords, and you can see that the density, right, it's giving me a warning. It says that my keyword density is over the advised 2.5% maximum. So I need to make some tweaks on that. This page has one normal outbound link, which is good, and it's also found in at least one subheading, right? And it thinks it's good for that too. So let's continue adding. I'm going to add the rest of the document here. And now I am going to add this. And so I have the rest of my document added and my blog. And so it gives me still a couple warnings. So this first warning, no meta description has been specified. This meta description is what shows up in the Google search. So when you do a Google search, you get the title. And so this is what it would look like. I have my URL, and then also it takes a few words from my paragraph. But what I could do if I wanted to is I could edit that. I could change all that and let it go from there. So I'm not going to mess with that there, but that's available to me. So while we were doing this, another thing that was happening was looking at readability. So it does analysis on readability, and it wants to make sure that your post is as accessible as possible to as many people as possible. So one of the things it looks for, the size of your paragraphs, right? That it's recommended you keep your paragraphs relatively short, right? That it lets you know the size of your sentences, making sure that you do not get your sentences too long, too academic. Passive voice. So this is an area I could tweak if I wanted to. I could go ahead and look at that. And if I wanted to, I could mark this result in the text. Let's do that. Right? So these couple sentences, 3 sentences are in passive voice. So those are sentences I could go back to and rewrite to make sure that they're going to be as effective possible. These sentences contains more than 20 words. Okay, so something to fix. And the readability scores. Okay, and then finally, transition contains a transition word or phrase. All right, so here are some sentences that I probably could also take a look at. So by going in and fixing these things, you can improve how your post is going to be received by Google, and ideally, because you've got the right keywords, the right phrasing, your text is well written, that you increase your chances of being found. And if you notice now over on the right hand side, these 2 items are green and good to go. So if I wanted to, I could go ahead and publish this, but I'm going to do some additional work on it. One of the other things about Yoast SEO that I really like is you have the ability to click on this social tab, and you can change the Facebook title, description, and image that you want to show up in Facebook when it's shared to those sites. And the same thing with Twitter, that you can go ahead and add a title and a description and put an image in there that is independent of what you are sharing as part of your normal post. So a couple other benefits that you have for this. Okay. And then this deals with some other settings in here, dealing with indexing by robots and whether to follow or not follow. So things that that come into play with Yoast SEO. So that is a little bit about Yoast SEO. I'm going to go continue to make some tweaks on this post. A matter of fact, I'm going to include this video I'm doing right now and put it into this post. But if you are writing blog posts and you are using WordPress, then definitely you want to consider to use Yoast SEO. So hope you like this tool. If you like this video, go ahead and click on the like button. Feel free to add some comments below, and subscribe. One of the things that I'm planning to do is dive into this a little more and start creating more videos about different tools to help you with social media for business and just kind of improving your whole systems and processes and kind of getting that nailed down. So please go ahead and like, please go ahead and share. Let other folks know about it. I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, thanks for joining me tonight and learning a little bit about Yoast SEO.